Hi everyone, this is Dr. Kazork with another episode of Cadet Chat. And once again, so excited here today to have some very special guests from the legendary Crimson Cadet Marching Band. So to my left, we have Vinny Capria, who's a 12th grader. Welcome to the show.
Happy to be here.
And we also have Ian Kingdollar, an 8th grader in the Crimson Cadet Marching Band. So when I say legendary, there is such a great tradition here in the Hilton Learning community for the marching band and the way that they have brought so much pride here to the district. So we're going to start out with some real easy questions for you guys. Vinny, what made you so interested in joining the marching band?
Well, I used to take many lessons through school, through my teacher, Tim Stodd. And through that, he just told me, hey, the marching band is practicing right now. You should check it out. So I decided just to go one day, and after that one day, I was hooked for probably the rest of my school life.
All right, excellent. So you're winding down with your time with the Cadet Marching Band, and we have Ian, who's newer to the marching band. Not that new, though. What year did you start?
Last year.
Last year, so 7th grade. So what made you interested in being a part of the Crimson Cadets?
Well, some of my friends were doing it, so I decided, you know what, might as well go for it. We'll see what it is. And I fell in love the second I joined. It's just great people.
Awesome, that's fantastic. And now when I've gone to some of your events, it is all-inclusive, and you also, it seems as though many of your parents volunteer as well.
Yes.
So it's a complete family function, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like the staff, the parents, they all get involved. We all get involved. It's just, you feel like a family when you're part of this group. There's no way around it. You're always friends with people. You never feel excluded. It's just, everyone's happy to be a part of it, even the parents.
Wow. Now, I've seen that you've competed. I've seen you compete here. I've seen you compete on the road. You went to Syracuse University.
Yes, we went to the Carrier Dome.
Awesome. Now, that's a pretty awesome place when you walk into it. It's like, wow, we're in the Carrier Dome.
Really
I think it has a new name now. I don't even know what that is.
Oh,
but
really?
we'll all remember it as the Carrier Dome.
Yeah.
But it's pretty special. What did it feel like, Vin, when you walked in there for the first time?
When I walked in the first time, I was just like, wow, those are big screens on the top of there. And I just was like, first overwhelmed because I went from like playing at like a field that I'm used to at the high school to playing at a field that I've only seen like the Syracuse basketball playing on. And that was like a really cool experience to me. And the first year I couldn't stop looking at the screens. I'm like, oh, looky there, I'm on the screen. Then I, of course, got out of step and all that stuff, but now I'm more into it. I love it. It's cool to see family who lives in Syracuse as well as in this area there and just celebrate with everyone else, all the groups, all the accomplishments you have taken over the last season.
Wow. Ian, how about you? What was your experience the first time you stepped into the dome?
Well, first of all, it's like, okay. And then it's really like, it's not like any other field, but it's like you're just performing the show as you would.
You get so used to the show, it just becomes like a second habit. But yeah, we don't really tell the young kids what to expect until they get there, so that when they go there, they're like, oh.
Yeah, it had to be. I like how you told me you were a bit starstruck, and it took a minute, and then the steps were off, and then quickly you had to remind yourself that this is the same thing that we normally do when we're practicing out on the field or here in Hilton, and then going and doing it on these grand stages. So very, very impressive. What kind of characteristics do students and leaders in your group what do they have that makes the group so special? You talked a little bit about this.
Leadership in the higher classmen is definitely shown. Because we've known this group, we know what to expect. We know how to lead the younger kids, as well as even help some newer staff members through the steps, through the marching, the movements, and it's really cool to see like the younger kids look up to the older kids, and the older kids can quickly gain some new character of like also leadership, so they can then help the younger kids later on. It's a really cool thing to see.
Yeah, great, excellent. So Ian, looking at the seniors like Vinny, and at some point in time, believe it or not, you will be a senior too, right? It's going to take some time, and it probably moves faster for parents than it does students.
Yes.
But what are some things that you're learning right now that you would like to maybe teach and pass on to the younger classes as they come up?
Well, I'm really learning that if you put in the work, you can do almost anything. I know, kind of cheesy, but it's true. It like if you put in the work, if you put in the hours, you can really do what you want.
And I would say absolutely not cheesy. Some people might think that's cheesy, but I love leadership and I love that lesson. I think that that's so important.
Can I add one thing to that?
Absolutely.
One thing that our group really does well is that even if you don't play percussion or like for let's just say drumline, we will teach you that stuff really quickly. And that's one thing
Yes.
that like, it takes a lot of the younger kids to get used to. That you gotta be more open-minded and understanding that we're gonna be teaching all this stuff and you can do it. Like for drumline, we only have 2 actual percussionists out of our group of I think around 30 people, and yet at the end of the season, they all can play percussion just as well or even better than some high school players. It's really something to consider as amazing.
Now,
Yeah.
you guys are both percussionists?
I am. You are.
I play trumpet, but yeah, I do
But
play.
you play in the drum line, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So kind of what you talked about is normally you play trumpet, but you're also now learning to be a percussionist
Exactly.
and you're in the drum line. Do you both perform the drum line?
Yes, we
Yes.
do.
Awesome.
Once you're in part of one group, and because the staff members do both marching band and drumline, you just want to keep being a part of this family
Exactly.
through drumline and marching band.
Yeah, there's typically 2 weeks in between. Like how many weeks? is it
2 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
2 weeks between marching band and
drumline.
drumline.
So you're
And
like,
it's like, no, let me go back, please.
Wow. And
Yeah.
I like the old saying, the old adage, no rest for the wicked. So you guys are grinding all the time. Now, so we have the marching band season, which is in the fall, and then we move into drumline, which is kind of a winter season.
winter, a little bit in the spring.
Okay, and then what do you do to finish off the year? Do you take a break, or do you guys keep working?
Nope. In
we
marching
keep
band,
going.
we have our spring parades,
Okay.
and then that goes a little into the summer. We'll have like a month and a half of break where we just practice on our own time, and then we're back into the fall. So we only really get like around 2 months of break in total. But
It should
it
be
doesn't
awesome.
bother us. We're just happy to be a part of
Yeah,
it.
I love it.
That's great. So now you guys are ultra committed to what you're doing. Now you also have schoolwork, and you probably have some responsibilities with your family, and maybe you do some things outside of school. So let's start with Ian. How do you manage that schedule?
Terribly. I try my best. So with my schedule, what it is, we have animals at my house. So it's like wake up at 5 o'clock, take care of the animals, get ready to school, go to school, and then once you finish school, get the homework done, then you go to drumline, and then you go home, and it's pretty much rinse repeat.
Yeah, Ian lives actually like an hour away from our schools, so it's a far drive for him. For me personally, I wake up around 6, go to school, go to work, go to drumline. And if
Okay.
I did have work, I would have a good amount of time to get homework done and stuff. I just choose to work so I get the school work done inside of school as well, like study halls. But
Good message for all the students watching is utilize your study hall time, right?
yes.
Yeah.
One thing that drumline and marching band does really well for you is it really helps you learn how to manage your time better from a younger age, so that once you're at age like me, you're really used to managing your time, and it becomes a second nature. Can you right even for like college, where you really need to do that? I feel pretty ready on that side because of marching band and drumline.
Absolutely. So Ian, what type of animals do you guys raise?
Okay, so we have goats, chickens. Like, do you want the entire animals or just like more the farm animals?
Entertain me.
Okay, so can I give you a number as well?
All right.
Okay.
Go for it.
15 chickens, 2 goats, 2 dogs, 3 cats, 3 fish. I think that's it.
I did not know that actually. To be
Yeah,
honest.
see, we're all learning. I used to raise chickens too. So when I grew up, I was your age. We had chickens. Now, do you sell the eggs? Are they poultry chickens?
They are poultry chickens. We have yet to sell eggs. We pretty much just use them to make morning omelets.
Awesome. Very cool. Now, what's your job then?
I work for Bosa's Pasta. They're a pasta shop actually here in Hilden.
Yeah.
Great people. Been working there for a little over 2 years now, and they worked really well between my schedule for marching and drumline. But yeah,
What do you do for them? Are you making the pasta?
I help a little bit when they're making the pasta. I help them make the mixes. A lot of dishes, lots of dishes.
Okay.
But no, they're really great. They've even come to some of the stuff, and yeah, I've been very lucky to have them.
Do you try to make your own pasta at home now?
Yes, actually, we did a Secret Santa, and one of the things they put into Secret Santa, because they had me, was a mini pasta maker. So
Oh, that's
during
great.
break, I'm going to see if I can make some pasta.
Awesome. All right. Well, don't become a competitor, right? They probably wouldn't appreciate
No, they wouldn't like that.
Yeah. Well, but you can make some nice dishes for your family. That'll be really neat.
That'd
Should
be
try
cool.
it out.
Yeah, I can't wait.
We'll have to have you back on the show, and you can bring some of the pasta, and we'll try it
Yeah.
out. Oh, cool. So for the people who are watching, you've shared a lot of great information. Do you have any messages for the families of the district and some of the students who might be tuning into this that you'd like them to know about your time here on the show?
The time of the show, pretty cool. It's been nice to actually even just share our stories about marching band and drumline, share where we have came from, share all our experiences and what we have learned over our time. This is really cool. I really think this is a cool thing that's going on, and I look forward to seeing more.
Yeah, great. Ian, how about you, buddy?
Pretty much the same as Vinny. I love the support that goes towards the marching band and the district as a whole. Yeah.
So how do we get more students involved in the Hilton Cadet Marching Band?
Ooh, we really will appreciate more
Yes.
members. We gotta say, we like to show ourselves off more. We used to do a pep band,
Yeah.
as you know, where we will play on the sidelines for the football team. We've been getting a lot of people as of recently asking for that back. So if we get enough movement and support, we will be happy to bring that back, as well as showing some of the elementary students, because that's usually our biggest kid group, like what we do. Because if they know about us, they'll be more than happy to join.
All right, you've got my word. If you can get enough students to participate in the pep band, it's a done deal.
Okay.
All right, you just
Okay.
email me and say, hey, we want to have a pep band for some events, whether it's football or something else that you guys want to do. Let me know and we'll take care of that. Does that sound good?
Okay.
We would love to have a pep band. That would be fantastic. It's funny, you guys are thinking about it, and I recently was thinking about how cool it would be to maybe highlight some students like you in a pep band, so it all comes together and supports not only the Crimson Cadets but the entire district as well.
Yes, our music of our district is incredible, has such great history. As you might know, Drumline in 2013 won world championships, which is a huge accomplishment for the school. And we just want to show people what this district can do, how good we are at music. Because little people know that now, and I think they really should come to know.
Yeah, definitely. Both you guys are great spokespeople for your group, and I can feel your passion for playing in the drum line and as a Crimson Cadet band member. And I love the in the fall, the event that you guys host. I always have community members say, what's going on at the high school? Because there are hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands and thousands of people over at the high school to see the Crimson Cadet Classic, which is really a great thing. So I'm going to ask Vin another question. Vinny, who is your inspiration and who were your biggest influences? It could be here at school, it could be in your family, just in general.
Well, music-wise, well, I'll have to say first, my first elementary percussion teacher, Mr. Stott, he was a great influence on me. He really got me stuck with percussion. I just loved it from that. For drumline, he has a co-leader, co-assistant, which was Ken Brooks. I still do lessons from him. He's amazing. He has kept me going, learning through percussion, helped me learn technique that I had no idea even existed. And now newer staff members like Charlotte and Mike Denice, they have been great. I've even played with Mike Denice back when he was still at our school. And it's just great to see these people come back and be able to make a difference in my life.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Ian, how about you? Who's influenced you? It could be musically, it could just be in your life generally.
Really, my friends and family, they support me pretty much every step of the way, and I just want to thank them for being there for me.
Oh, yes.
That's great. It's so important to have a nice support structure, whatever that looks like for you as your family, and that's just that's great. So I'll ask you a couple more questions. So I cannot play music whatsoever, but I am a huge music fan. So I'll ask you these questions. When you're not participating in Crimson Cadet or the drum line, you've got your headphones on. What type of music do you like to listen to, Vinny?
Well, because I got really into the art school's jazz band, I've been into a lot more jazz lately. But I like the occasional rock songs back from like the 80s and 90s.
All right, we might be on the same page. So I'll let this out. I'm a Metallica fan, true and true. What do you think about Lars Ulrich?
Oh, I think Metallica's pretty good. My friend was really into it, so he formed a little band that we just played Metallica music. That was fun.
That's awesome. That sounds good. Ian, how about you? Who's your go-to?
Yeah, classic rock. I love the classic rock. It's always nice. Love the Beatles. Beatles are great. I'll also listen to some newer stuff.
Just anything?
Yeah. If
Is there a genre of music that you just would prefer not to listen to?
Okay. Don't hate me, but I think it would be just like the hard metal rock that's just completely just, it's just a lot of just sound.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, it's not that much musical.
Yeah, there's no hate here. But the music, I know there are different genres. Like, some people don't like country, some people love country, some people like pop, not heavy metal or metal like that, or those different groups. So I think that's great. So awesome. Is there one that you don't care to listen to?
I'll have to go with Ian. I really like the build of music, the more structural sound, and that's why I like jazz a lot, because it's very structured.
Exactly.
Well, more the one that Ian was talking about. I don't really see much structure, nor can I really desire to listen to it because of that.
So one of the coolest things we have going on in the greater Rochester area is the Jazz Festival.
Yes.
You spend a lot of time down there when it comes?
When it comes, it's really cool to go participate and even be a part of it through our jazz band.
Yeah. I know you guys participate, and then you get to listen to some of the other really awesome artists from across the country,
Yes.
and then they show up in Rochester.
It's really cool.
Yeah,
It's a great experience.
Awesome.
If anyone has not been there, they really should go check it out when it comes by.
Great. So how's there, outside of your participation in the Crimson Cadets, how's everything going so far this school year for you guys?
Pretty good. The teachers have been really great. Lots of support through the music as well as outside of music. I'm having a pretty good year this year.
Great. So, Vinny, what are your plans for the future after you leave Hilton?
I'm hoping to be a mechanical engineer, which I know has nothing to do with music, but I definitely want to keep doing marching band in college. So that is definitely one of my things I'm looking for while shopping for colleges.
Great. How's the shopping process going so far?
Pretty good. Narrowed down to a few colleges: Liberty University, Grove City, RIT here in Rochester.
Excellent.
A lot of options.
All right, beautiful. That's great. We have to come back and visit. Ian, what are your next? I know you're 8th grade, right? But and I know you're not a senior yet, but what are your next steps?
Now, I don't know much in the way of colleges yet. I'm not to that point yet. But for what I feel right now, I would love to become a music teacher because I love the music, as is quite obvious with marching band and drumming and everything I'm in with music. And I also just love giving people information, like when their faces when they light up and they learn something new. It's also just really cool to be able to give them that information.
All right. Well, if you stay on that path, promise me that you'll call me because I'm sure we'll have a position for you. If you want to come back and be a Hilton Cadet, which I hope you would.
I would not mind that.
All right, excellent. Well, we'll have to connect in a few years when that's all said and done. So we're just about to wrap up our interview. Is there anything else that I didn't ask you or you wanted to ask me or any information you wanted to share with our viewers today that we didn't cover today?
I just really hope some more people can get some interest in the marching band. We'll be happy to see people, even if like right today or whenever you're seeing this video, you want to check it out because you're interested. I'm pretty sure our director will be more than happy to let you check us out or even see if there's something you can do for us.
Great, excellent.
We'll be more than happy to have more people join our family.
Great.
Marching band and drumming, they really changed my life because during COVID, how we had cohorts, I had difficulty fitting in because in my cohort, it was really just sports. And there wasn't really an outlet for my musical intentions because band and chorus weren't really available at that time. And so once I joined marching band, it's like all these new possibilities, and it's just so amazing to be part of that group.
That's great to hear. And we have so many great things outside of sports here in Hilton, and that's why it's so nice today to be able to highlight your guys' journey and your interests to all the people who will watch the show. So thank you so much. So once again, we're going to draw a close to this edition of Cadet Chat. I want to thank Vinny Capria, 12th grader, and Ian Kingdollar, 8th grader, for joining us today and sharing all the great information around the Crimson Cadet marching band. So, gentlemen, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having us.
Yep, happy holidays.
Happy holidays.